My son, my dear daughter, stop for a moment. I know you're there, perhaps lying in a hospital bed or sitting in a chair, feeling the weight of pain in your body. I see your tears falling silently onto the pillow in the early hours of the morning. I hear every sigh of exhaustion that escapes your lips when you think no one is watching. I know every groan of pain you try to hide from others, every moment you force a smile so as not to worry those you love. But I am here. I have always been. And today, in this sacred moment, I want to speak directly to your heart about something that will change everything in your life. Your health will be restored, yes. But before that happens, there is something very important that you need to understand. There are truths that I need to reveal to you, secrets of my heart that will transform not only your body, but your entire perspective on life. You know, my dear, when I created you, it wasn't by chance. Every cell in your body was formed with infinite love. Every beat of your heart was programmed by my hands. Every breath you take is a gift from me to you. You are not a mistake, not an accident, not someone I forgot along the way. You are my beloved son, my precious daughter, and I have wonderful plans for your life that go far beyond what you can imagine. But I understand your pain. I see how illness has stolen your joy, how suffering has made you question whether I truly care about you. There are nights when you look at the ceiling and ask, God, where are you? Why is this happening to me? If you love me so much, why do you allow me to suffer? And I want you to know that these questions don't offend me. They draw me even closer to you, because they show that you are still searching, still fighting, still alive in your spirit. The truth is, I have never turned away. When you feel alone in your pain, I am right there, holding your hand. When the doctors give you difficult news, I'm whispering hope in your ear. When you don't even have the strength to pray, I am praying for you, interceding with the Father on your behalf. When you cry in the bathroom so no one sees, I am collecting each of your tears as if they were precious pearls. Today I want to begin a different kind of dialogue with you. It's not just about physical healing, although that will come. It's about something much deeper. It's about you understanding who you truly are in my eyes. It's about you discovering that your identity isn't in the illness you carry, but in the love I have for you. It's about you understanding that you are so much more than your symptoms, so much more than your diagnoses, so much more than your limitations. You have defined yourself by your health condition for so long that you have forgotten who you were before it arrived. You have presented yourself to people as the one who is sick or the one who has health problems. But I don't see you that way. I see my courageous son, my warrior daughter, someone who has faced battles that others can't even imagine. I see someone who has shown supernatural strength, a resilience that can only come from me. Do you know what impresses me most about you? It's your resilience. It's the fact that even when everything seems to be falling apart, you're still here, still fighting, still searching for answers. That's not weakness, my dear. That's divine strength working through you. That's my power manifesting in your fragility. Every day you get out of bed, even in pain, is a victory. Every smile you manage to give, even in the midst of the struggle, is a miracle. But now, I want you to understand something fundamental. Your healing doesn't depend solely on what I will do to your body. It also depends on what you will allow me to do to your heart. Because you see, I can heal your body in an instant. But if your soul remains wounded, if your mind remains full of fear and anxiety, you will not be able to fully enjoy the health that I want to give you. Therefore, before fully restoring your physical health, I want to restore your inner peace. I want to heal the emotional wounds that the illness has caused. I want to free you from the fear of the future, from the anxiety about what might happen, from the sadness that has consumed your heart. I want you to dream again, to plan again, to believe again that better days are coming. You have been carrying burdens that were not yours to carry. You have been blaming yourself for things that are beyond your control. You have been taking on responsibilities that belong to me. You have been wondering if you did something wrong to deserve this, if there is some hidden sin that is causing your pain. And today, I want you to surrender all of this into my hands. I want you to rest, to trust, to allow me to be God in your life. I know it's hard to trust when you've been disappointed so many times. I know it's difficult to have hope when the test results aren't what you expected. But I'm asking you to give it another chance. Not to the doctors, not to the treatments, but to me. To the God who loves you more than you can imagine, who has plans for good and not evil for your life. Your healing journey begins now, in this moment. Not when you leave the hospital, not when the symptoms disappear, but now, as you listen to my voice speaking directly to your heart. Because true healing always begins from the inside out, from the spirit to the body, from the heart to the mind. My beloved child, now that you are listening attentively to my voice, I want to reveal something that few understand about healing. Most people think that healing is just making the symptoms disappear, just getting the body to function as it did before. But I have a much greater vision of what it means to be truly healed, and that is what I want to do in your life. Look, when I look at you, I don't just see a body that needs fixing, I see a complete person, body, soul, and spirit. And for you to be truly healed, all these parts need to be restored. Because what good is it for me to heal your body if your soul remains wounded? What good is restoring your physical health if your heart remains broken? I know you have been praying for healing for a long time. I have heard every prayer, every plea, every tear shed in my presence. And I want you to know that none of those prayers were in vain. Every word you spoke reached my heart. But I, in my infinite wisdom, know that you need something much greater than just the absence of illness. You need a complete transformation. Let me tell you a truth that will change your perspective. The illness you are facing is not your main enemy. It is merely a symptom of something much deeper that needs healing in your life. I am not saying that you caused your illness or that you are to blame for it. That is not it. What I'm saying is that often I allow certain situations to happen because they reveal areas of your heart that need my attention. Think about it. Before you got sick, how was your spiritual life? How was your relationship with me? How was your inner peace? How did you deal with stress, worries, and fears? I'm not judging you, my dear. I'm just helping you understand that sometimes the body manifests what the soul has been experiencing for a long time. You have lived for years carrying anxiety, worry, hurt, resentment, and fear of the future. You have tried so hard to be strong for everyone around you that you have forgotten to take care of your own heart. You have given so much of yourself that you have forgotten to receive from me. And now, through this difficult situation, I am drawing your attention to what truly matters. I want you to understand that this illness is not a punishment. It is an invitation. An invitation for you to draw closer to me, to discover a level of intimacy with me that you have never experienced before. It is an invitation for you to learn to rest in me, to trust in me, in a way you have never needed to trust before. And here is the secret I want to reveal to you. When you allow me to heal your heart first, your body will naturally follow. When you learn to live in peace with me, when you discover how to rest in my love, when you understand that your safety is not in circumstances, but in me, then your body will begin to respond in a supernatural way. I know this may sound strange to you. Maybe you're thinking, but God, I just want to get better. I just want the pain to stop. I just want to go back to having a normal life. And I understand that, my child. I truly understand. But I have something far better for you than just a normal life. I have an extraordinary life, a life full of purpose, a life where you will experience my power in a way you never imagined. Did you know that some of the most powerful people I have used in the history of mankind went through periods of illness and suffering? Not because I wanted to hurt them, but because I wanted to prepare them for something greater. I wanted them to understand that my power is perfected in human weakness. I wanted them to discover that when they can't, I can. And that is exactly what is happening to you now. You are discovering that when your own strength is exhausted, my strength manifests. When you can no longer carry the weight alone, I appear to carry it for you. When you reach the end of yourself, you find the beginning of me. Therefore, before I fully restore your health, I want you to learn some precious lessons. I want you to learn to live one day at a time, without worrying excessively about tomorrow. I want you to learn to find joy in small things, even in the midst of difficulty. I want you to learn to trust me even when you don't understand what is happening. I want you to learn that your identity is not in what you do, but in who you are to me. I want you to learn that your worth does not diminish because of your physical condition. I want you to learn that you are loved unconditionally, not because of what you can offer, but simply because you are my child. And you know what else? I want you to learn how to receive love. Yes, you heard right. You've been so used to giving, to caring, to being strong for others, that you've forgotten how to receive. But now, in this vulnerable situation, I'm teaching you that it's okay to need others. It's okay to accept help. It's okay to be cared for. Before we continue, I want to extend a special invitation to you who are watching this video. If this message is touching your heart, if you feel that God is speaking directly to you, leave a comment saying, "I believe in my healing." And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now, because I have much more to share with you in the coming days. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of the messages I have for your life. My dear, your healing is coming, but it will be far more complete and lasting than you imagine, because it will not be merely physical. It will be total, body, soul, and spirit restored by my love. My precious child, now I need to talk about something that may be difficult to hear, but is essential for your complete healing. There are wounds in your heart that you don't even realize exist. There are emotional pains that you have buried so deep that you believe they have already healed. But I see everything, my dear. I see the invisible scars that your soul carries. Do you know why I'm talking about this? Because these hidden wounds have a direct connection to what your body is manifesting now. I'm not saying you caused your illness, but I'm revealing that there's a link between what happens inside you and what manifests outside. And in order for me to heal you completely, we need to treat these wounds as well. Let me tell you about some of these wounds that I see in you. There's the wound of rejection, which perhaps began in childhood when someone important in your life didn't give you the love you needed. You learned early on that you needed to strive to be accepted, that you needed to be perfect to be loved. And this wound created in you a constant anxiety, a need to please everyone, a deep fear of disappointing people. There is also the wound of abandonment. Perhaps someone you loved left your life unexpectedly. Perhaps you lost someone very important, or perhaps someone simply chose to distance themselves from you. This wound has created in you a fear of fully surrendering to relationships, a tendency to protect yourself emotionally, and a difficulty in fully trusting people. I see the wound of betrayal in your heart. Someone you trusted broke that trust. Perhaps it was a spouse, a close friend, a family member, or even a spiritual leader. This betrayal has left you struggling to trust again, with a tendency to always expect the worst from people, with your guard always up. There is the wound of injustice. You have been through situations where you were treated unfairly, where you didn't receive the recognition you deserved, where you were blamed for things you didn't do. This wound has created a subtle bitterness in you, an inner revolt that you may not even recognize, a feeling that life is unfair to you. And then there's the wound of inadequacy. You grew up feeling like you were never good enough, that there was always something wrong with you, that you needed to try harder to be accepted. This wound created excessive self-criticism, a difficulty in forgiving yourself for mistakes, and a tendency to constantly compare yourself to others. My dear, I am revealing these wounds not to make you suffer more, but to set you free. Because these unhealed pains have created patterns of thought and behavior in you that directly affect your health. Constant anxiety overloads your nervous system. Chronic fear weakens your immune system. Unresolved bitterness creates inflammation in your body. Excessive self-criticism generates stress that your body can no longer handle. You've been living in a constant state of alert, always expecting something bad to happen. Your body has been in survival mode for so long that it has forgotten how to relax, how to rest, how to heal naturally. And that's why, even with all the medical treatments, you haven't experienced the complete healing you desire. But I have good news for you. I not only see these wounds, I also have the power to heal them completely. I can take each of these pains and transform them into strength. I can take each emotional scar and transform it into wisdom. I can take every trauma from the past and use it to prepare you for an extraordinary future. Do you know how I do this? Through my unconditional love. When you truly understand how much I love you, the wound of rejection will heal. When you understand that I will never abandon you, the wound of abandonment will lose its power over you. When you discover that I am faithful, even when others have not been, the wound of betrayal will begin to heal. When you understand that I am just even when life seems unfair, the bitterness will leave your heart. And when you discover that you are perfect in my eyes, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, the wound of inadequacy will be completely healed. But for that to happen, you need to do something that might be difficult. You need to forgive. You need to forgive those who have hurt you. You need to forgive the unfair situations you've experienced. And perhaps most difficult of all, you need to forgive yourself for the times you weren't perfect, for the times you disappointed someone, for the times you didn't live up to your own expectations. I know forgiveness isn't easy. I know there are people who have hurt you deeply and don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'm not asking you to forgive them for their sake. I'm asking you to forgive yourself. Because as long as you carry this hurt, this bitterness, this resentment, you'll be carrying a poison that's killing you from the inside. Forgiveness doesn't mean you'll forget what happened. It doesn't mean you'll trust the person who betrayed you again. It doesn't mean you'll accept abusive behavior. Forgiveness means you'll release those people from the power they have over your emotional life. It means you'll choose not to allow the past to continue controlling your present. And when you make that choice to forgive, something supernatural will happen in your body. The tension you've carried for years will begin to dissolve. The chronic stress that has burdened your organs will decrease. Your immune system will begin to function better. Your body will remember how to heal itself naturally. My son, I am preparing you for a healing that goes far beyond what you can imagine. A healing that will restore not only your body, but your whole life. A healing that will give you a peace you have never experienced. A joy that does not depend on circumstances. A strength that comes directly from me. My beloved child, now I want to talk to you about something that has immense power over your health, your thoughts. Did you know that your mind has a direct influence on your body? That the thoughts you nurture every day are creating a chemistry in your body that can both heal and harm you? That is what I want to talk to you about now. I see the thoughts that pass through your mind every moment. I hear the internal dialogue you have with yourself, and I need to tell you that many of the thoughts you have been cultivating are not helping your healing. In fact, they are hindering the restoration process that I want to bring about in your life. Let me show you some thought patterns that I see in you. You wake up in the morning and, before you even get out of bed, your mind is already full of worries about the day. You think, how will I feel today? Will the pain get worse? Will I be able to do everything I need to do? And these anxious thoughts begin to release stress hormones into your body before you even start your day. Throughout the day, you find yourself constantly thinking about your illness. You monitor every sensation in your body, looking for signs of improvement or worsening. You compare yourself to how you were before you got sick. You think about all the things you can no longer do, all the plans you had to cancel, all the limitations that are now part of your life. At night, when you should be resting, your mind races thinking about the future. You wonder, what if I don't get better? What if the treatments don't work? What will my life be like from now on? How will this affect my family? And these thoughts of fear and anxiety prevent your body from entering the deep relaxation state it needs to heal. My dear, I need to tell you an important truth. Your thoughts are like seeds. What you plant in your mind is what you will reap in your life. If you plant thoughts of fear, you reap anxiety. If you plant thoughts of hopelessness, you reap depression. If you plant thoughts of illness, you strengthen illness in your body. But here's the good news. You have the power to choose your thoughts. You are not a victim of your mind. You can train your mind to think differently. And when you do, you will see extraordinary changes not only in how you feel emotionally, but also in how your body responds. I want to teach you how to renew your mind. I want to show you how to replace thoughts that weaken you with thoughts that strengthen you. I want to give you a new perspective on your situation, a perspective that comes from heaven, not from earth. Instead of waking up thinking about your limitations, I want you to wake up giving thanks for the new day I have given you. Instead of focusing on what you can't do, I want you to focus on what you can still do. Instead of worrying about the future, I want you to fully live the present that I have placed in your hands. When you feel pain, instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? I want you to think God is with me in this pain and He is working toward my healing. When you feel weak, instead of thinking, I can't take it anymore, I want you to think God's strength is perfected in my weakness. When you look in the mirror and see the marks the disease has left on your body, instead of thinking, I'm not the same person anymore, I want you to think, I am a warrior, a survivor, someone being shaped by God's hands. When you feel alone in your struggle, instead of thinking, no one understands what I'm going through, I want you to think, God understands perfectly, and He is with me every moment. You need to understand that your thoughts create emotions, and your emotions create chemical reactions in your body. When you think peaceful thoughts, your body produces substances that promote healing. When you think grateful thoughts, your immune system is strengthened. When you think hopeful thoughts, your body releases hormones that fight inflammation. Therefore, I want you to start practicing what I call mental hygiene. But just as you take care of your body's hygiene, you need to take care of your mind's hygiene. You need to cleanse toxic thoughts and nurture healthy ones. Every morning, before you get out of bed, I want you to spend a few minutes thinking about 3 things you are grateful for. It can be something simple, the fact that you slept, the fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that you have people who care about you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful remedies there is. During the day, when negative thoughts try to invade your mind, I want you to immediately replace them with truths about who you are to me. You are my beloved child. You are precious in my eyes. I have good plans for your life. I am working all things for your good. At night, before you go to sleep, instead of worrying about tomorrow, I want you to surrender all your anxieties into my hands. I want you to visualize my love enveloping you like a warm blanket. I want you to fall asleep knowing you are safe in my arms. And here is something powerful I want you to do. Begin declaring your healing even before you see it manifested. Begin speaking about your body as if it were already completely healed. Begin giving thanks for the healing that is on its way. Your words have creative power, my child. They can accelerate the healing process that I have already begun in your life. I am not asking you to deny the reality of your current situation. I'm asking you to align yourself with the greater reality of my power and my love for you. I'm asking you to see your situation through my eyes, not through the eyes of fear. Your mind is a battlefield, my dear. And victory or defeat in this battle will determine much of what happens in your body. That is why I am equipping you with the right weapons to win this war of thoughts. I am giving you my perspective, my truth, my hope. My dearest son, now I want to reveal to you one of the most powerful secrets of healing. Love has its own chemistry. When you feel truly loved, your body produces substances that are more powerful than any medicine that exists. And I want you to understand that you are loved in a way that goes far beyond your comprehension. Did you know that when you feel loved and safe, your body releases hormones like oxytocin and serotonin? These natural substances reduce inflammation, strengthen your immune system, decrease pain, and accelerate healing. It's as if I created your body to respond to love in a healing way. And it wasn't by chance. It was because I knew that love would be the most powerful medicine you could receive. But here's the problem. You've spent so much time focused on illness, pain, and limitations that you've forgotten to connect with love. You've forgotten to feel my love for you. You've forgotten to receive love from the people around you. And without that connection to love, your body cannot access the full healing potential that I placed within it. Let me tell you how I see you. When I look at you, I don't see someone who is sick. I see someone I love deeply. I see someone for whom I would give my life. In fact, I already have. I see someone who is so precious to me that I count every hair on your head. I see someone who makes my heart rejoice just by existing. You are the reason I created the stars. You are the reason I painted the sunset with such beautiful colors. You are the reason I made the flowers bloom and the birds sing. Everything in creation was made with you in mind so that you could enjoy the beauty and feel my love through it. When you were being formed in your mother's womb, I was there, weaving every part of your being with infinite care. I knew you even before you were born. I already loved you, even before you took your first breath. And this love that I have for you has never changed, not even for a second since then. I know that sometimes you feel unworthy of my love. You think about your mistakes, your failures, the times you disappointed me. But I need you to understand something. My love for you is not based on what you do or don't do. My love for you is based on who you are. You are my son, my daughter. And nothing can change that. Even when you were far from me, I continued to love you. Even when you made wrong decisions, I continued to love you. Even when you doubted me, I continued to love you. My love for you is unconditional, unchanging, eternal. There is nothing you can do to increase it, and there is nothing you can do to diminish it. And you know what else? I don't just love you, I rejoice with you. The Bible says that I rejoice over you with singing. That means I sing about you. Imagine that. The creator of the universe singing a love song about you. What a beautiful song that must be. Now, I want you to allow this love to enter every cell of your body. I want you to stop resisting my love because of your feelings of unworthiness. I want you to simply receive it. Like a child receives a parent's embrace. Don't question, don't analyze, just receive. When you truly receive my love, something extraordinary will happen in your body. The tension you carry will begin to dissolve. The fear that has dominated your thoughts will begin to lose its power. The anxiety that has been racing your heart will begin to calm down. And your body will enter a state of deep relaxation where healing can happen naturally. But I also want you to open yourself up to receiving the love of the people around you. I know that illness sometimes makes you feel like a burden to others. You worry about bothering them, about being too dependent, about taking away the freedom of the people you love. But I want you to understand that allowing others to love and care for you is a gift you are giving them. The people who love you want to take care of you. They want to be part of your healing journey. When you allow them to help you, you are giving them the opportunity to express the love they feel for you. You are allowing them to be instruments of my love in your life. Stop apologizing for needing help. Stop feeling guilty for not being able to do everything alone. Stop trying to be strong all the time. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be cared for. Allow yourself to be loved. And here's something I want you to do. Start expressing love too. Even in your current situation, you have love to give. A smile, a kind word, a sincere thank you, a warm hug. All of these release the chemistry of love in both you and the person receiving it. When you express gratitude to someone who is caring for you, you are activating the healing chemistry in both of you. When you offer a word of encouragement to someone who is going through difficulties, you are strengthening your own immune system. When you choose to love, even in the midst of pain, you are accessing a healing power that is supernatural. Love is contagious, my son. When you live in love, you spread love. And when you spread love, you receive even more love in return. It's a virtuous cycle that tremendously accelerates your healing process. I want you to begin each day remembering that you are loved. I want you to end each day giving thanks for the love you received and the love you were able to give. I want you to live each moment knowing that you are enveloped by my infinite love, because when you live in love, you live in the frequency of healing. When you live in love, you are aligned with the most powerful force in the universe. And that force is working in your favor, restoring every part of your being. My beloved child, I know that one of the most difficult things for you has been the issue of time. You want to be healed now. You want the pain to stop today. You want to return to your normal life as quickly as possible. And I understand this urgency, this anxiety, this impatience. But I need to teach you something very important about my time and why it is different from your time. You live in chronological time, where every second counts, where each passing day without improvement seems like an eternity. But I live in eternal time, where each moment has a specific purpose, where each experience is carefully orchestrated for your greater good. And sometimes, what seems to take a long time for you is actually preparation for me. Let me explain why I don't always heal instantly, even though I have all the power to do so. It's not because I don't care about your pain. It's not because I don't hear your prayers. It's not because you don't deserve to be healed. It's because I see the whole picture of your life, and I know there are things you need to learn, experience, and receive during this process that are just as important as the healing itself. Think of a seed planted in the ground. It doesn't become a leafy tree overnight. There's a process. First it needs to die to itself, then it needs to develop deep roots, then it needs to sprout, grow, strengthen, until finally it bears fruit. If you tried to accelerate this process artificially, you might get a bigger plant faster, but it would be weak, without deep roots, unable to withstand storms. This is how it works with your healing, my dear. I am not just healing your body. I am creating deep roots of faith in your heart. I am strengthening your character. I am developing in you a compassion you have never had before. I am teaching you to depend on me in a way you have never learned. And all of this takes time. During this waiting period, you have learned precious things. You have discovered who your true friends are. You have learned to value things you previously considered insignificant. You have developed an inner strength you didn't even know you possessed. You have drawn closer to me in a way that perhaps would never have happened if you were completely healthy. I know there are days when you feel frustrated by the apparent slowness of the process. There are times when you look at other people who have been healed quickly and wonder why it's different for you. But I need you to understand that each person has a unique journey with me. What I am doing in your life is specific to you, to your purposes, to your destiny. Some people need a quick cure because they already have the spiritual maturity to handle it. Other people, like you, need a more gradual process because I am using this time to prepare them for something much greater. I'm preparing you not only to be healed, but to be an instrument of healing in the lives of others. Think of all the people you have met during this journey. Other patients in the hospital, family members going through similar situations, friends facing their own battles. Have you been a source of encouragement to them? Have you shared hope with them? Have you been an example of faith in the midst of difficulty? I am transforming you into a wounded healer, someone who can minister healing to others because you yourself have walked through the valley of the shadow of death. I am giving you a spiritual authority that comes only through redeemed suffering. I am preparing you for a ministry you can't even imagine yet. But while you wait, I want you to learn to live each day I give you to the fullest. Don't waste this time wishing you were somewhere else or in another situation. Find purpose in each day, even the difficult ones. Find joy in the little things, even when big things seem impossible. I want you to understand that this is not wasted time. This is time invested. Every day of struggle is building something precious within you. Every moment of pain is being transformed into wisdom. Every tear you shed is watering seeds of compassion that will blossom in your future life. And here is a truth that I want to engrave on your heart. I am never late. Never. It may seem like I'm taking my time, but I always arrive at the perfect moment. When I heal you, it will be at the exact moment when you are ready to receive not only the healing, but everything that comes with it. Because your healing will not just be the end of an illness. It will be the beginning of a new phase of your life, a phase where you will have unwavering faith, deep compassion, mature wisdom, and supernatural strength. A phase where you will be able to help other people in a way you never could before. So, while you wait, trust in my timing. Rest assured that I am working even when you don't see visible evidence. Have peace knowing that each passing day brings you closer to your complete healing. And remember that I am the same God who raised the dead, who parted the sea, who made the sun stand still in the sky. If I can do all this, I can certainly take care of your situation. Your healing is coming, my child. In my perfect time, in my perfect way, for your perfect good. Trust in me, my precious child. Today I want to speak to you about one of the most beautiful paradoxes of my kingdom, how my strength manifests itself perfectly through your weakness. You have felt weak, vulnerable, limited by your physical condition, but I want you to understand that it is precisely in this state that my power can shine most intensely in your life. You know, when you were strong and healthy, you had great confidence in your own abilities. You solved problems with your intelligence, overcame challenges with your determination, faced difficulties with your physical strength. And there was nothing wrong with that, but there was little room for me to demonstrate my supernatural power in your life. Now, in your vulnerability, you've discovered that there are situations completely beyond your control. There are pains you can't eliminate on your own. There are fears you can't conquer with willpower alone. There are limitations you can't overcome through your own efforts. And that's exactly where I come into the picture. When you reach the end of your own strength, you find the beginning of mine. When you acknowledge that you cannot, I show you that I can. When you admit your weakness, I reveal my strength. It is as if your fragility creates an empty space that I can fill with my power. Let me tell you about some of the most powerful people I have used in history. Moses stuttered, but I used him to liberate an entire nation. David was just a young shepherd, but I used him to defeat giants and lead a kingdom. Paul had a physical ailment he called a thorn in the flesh, but I used him to write much of the New Testament and establish churches throughout the known world. What did all these people have in common? They understood that their weaknesses were not obstacles to my power, but opportunities for my power to manifest. They learned to glory in their weaknesses because they knew that this gave my strength room to work through them. And that's what I want you to learn as well. I want you to stop seeing your current condition as a disadvantage and start seeing it as a unique opportunity to experience my power in a way that healthy people may never experience. I want you to understand that you are not at a disadvantage. You are in a privileged position to witness my miracles. Think of all the times during this journey when you felt a strength that wasn't your own. Remember that day when you were so weak you could barely stand, but somehow found the energy to comfort a family member who was worried about you. Remember that night when the pain was unbearable, but you managed to sleep in an inexplicable peace. Remember that moment when you should have been desperate, but felt a supernatural hope filling your heart? That was my strength working through your weakness. That was my peace, transcending your understanding. That was my hope, shining through your difficult circumstances. And this is only the beginning of what I want to do through you. Did you know that your current vulnerability is giving you a spiritual authority you never had before? When you speak about faith now, people listen differently because they know your faith is being tested in the fire. When you speak about hope, your words carry special weight because they know you are choosing to have hope even when circumstances are unfavorable. When you smile in the midst of pain, you are preaching a sermon more powerful than any words you could say. When you demonstrate peace in the midst of the storm, you are being a living witness to my power. When you choose to trust in me even when you don't understand what is happening, you are showing the world what true faith looks like. I am using your weakness to strengthen others. I am using your vulnerability to encourage others who are going through similar situations. I'm using your healing journey to plant seeds of hope in hearts that were losing faith. And you know what else? Your current weakness is preparing you for a future strength you can't even imagine. When I heal you completely, you won't just be a healthy person. You will be a healthy person who has passed through the valley of the shadow of death and emerged victorious. You will be someone who intimately knows both my mercy and my power. You will have a compassion for those who suffer that can only come from someone who has suffered. You will have an unwavering faith that can only be forged in the fire of adversity. You will have a spiritual authority that can only be gained through real experience with my supernatural power. Therefore, do not be ashamed of your current weakness. Do not apologize for needing help. Do not feel less valuable for not being able to do everything you used to do. Instead, see your fragility as a unique opportunity to experience my strength in an intimate and personal way. When you feel too weak to pray, remember that my Spirit intercedes for you with groanings that words cannot express. When you feel too weak to have faith, remember that I am faithful even when you cannot be. When you feel too weak to continue, remember that my strength is renewed every morning. Your weakness is not your end, it is your beginning. Your fragility is not your defeat, it is your victory in the making. Your dependence on me is not a failure, it is exactly where I want you to be. For it is in weakness that my strength is perfected. It is in vulnerability that my power is manifested. It is in dependence that my sufficiency shines. My beloved child, I want to talk to you about something you may not have fully realized yet. This experience you are living through is not just about your healing. It is about the transformation of your life's purpose. I am using this situation to prepare you for something much greater than you imagine. I am shaping you for a destiny that will impact far more lives than just your own. Before you became ill, what was your primary purpose in life? It was probably to work, support your family, achieve your personal goals, perhaps help a few people along the way. And there was nothing wrong with that. But I had much greater plans for you, plans that could only be revealed through this journey you are living now. You see, I don't waste anything in the lives of my children. Every experience, every pain, every tear, every moment of struggle has an eternal purpose. And what you are going through now is no exception. I am using every aspect of this experience to equip you for a ministry you never dreamed you could have. Think about how you were before you got sick. and how you are now. Your perspective on life has changed, hasn't it? Your priorities have rearranged themselves. Things that once seemed very important now seem trivial, and things you may not have even noticed before have now become precious to you. You have developed a compassion for those who suffer that you never had before. When you see someone in a wheelchair, you don't just feel pity, you understand. When you hear about someone who is battling an illness, you don't just offer empty words of encouragement, you offer real hope based on your own experience. You learn to value each day, each moment, each breath in a way that healthy people rarely can. You discovered joy in simple things, a ray of sunshine coming through the window, a child's smile, a stranger's kindness. You learned that true wealth lies not in what you have, but in who you are. And all of this, my dear, is preparing you for a very specific purpose. I am transforming you into a wounded healer, someone who can minister healing to others because you yourself have passed through the valley of the shadow of death. I am giving you a spiritual authority that comes only through redeemed suffering. When you are completely healed, you will not just be another person who has been healed. You will be someone who can look into the eyes of a desperate person and say with authority, "I know exactly how you feel, and I can tell you that there is hope." You will be someone who can hold the hand of someone who is afraid and convey a peace that comes from the real experience of my power. I am preparing you to be a bridge between despair and hope. I am equipping you to be a beacon of light for those lost in the darkness of illness and suffering. I'm shaping you to be an instrument of healing, not only physical, but emotional and spiritual. You'll find that people going through similar situations to yours will be naturally drawn to you. They'll feel that you understand in a way that others can't. They'll trust you in a special way because you've been through the same fire they're going through. And through you, I will reach hearts that perhaps could never be reached otherwise. Through your story of healing, I will plant seeds of faith in soil that was hardened by suffering. Through your testimony, I will break down walls of hopelessness that seemed insurmountable. But your new purpose won't be limited to just helping sick people. This experience is giving you a depth of character, a spiritual maturity, a wisdom that will impact every area of your life. You will be a better spouse, a better parent, a better friend, a better leader. You will approach life's problems with a different perspective. You will have a patience that comes from learning to wait on God's timing. You will have a faith that has been tested and proven in the fire. You will have a hope that is not based on circumstances, but on God's faithfulness. And here's something beautiful. You'll discover that your greatest pain will become your greatest strength. The area where you suffered the most will be the area where you can best help others. The wound that hurt you the most will become the source of your greatest authority to heal. I know it might be hard for you to imagine this right now, especially if you're still in the midst of the struggle. But I want you to start dreaming about what I'm going to do through you when this season is over. I want you to start seeing yourself not just as someone who is being healed, but as someone who will be used to heal others. Begin to pray not only for your own healing, but for the people I will place in your path for you to minister to. Begin to prepare not only to receive my blessing, but to be a blessing to others. Begin to understand that your story doesn't end with your healing. It only begins there, because when I heal you, you will have a powerful story to tell. You will have a testimony that will touch hearts and transform lives. You will have a spiritual authority that will open doors you didn't even know existed. Your purpose is being transformed, my son. You are being prepared for something extraordinary. And when the time comes, you will understand that it was all worth it. My dear son, while you wait for your body to fully heal, I want to open your eyes to a truth that can completely change your perspective. You are already a miracle. At this very moment, while you fight against the illness, while you face limitations, while you walk through this difficult journey, you are already living miracles that you may not recognize. You have been so focused on the miracle you want to see the complete healing, that you have lost sight of the miracles that are already happening in your life every day. And I want you to stop for a moment and recognize these manifestations of my power that are already working in you and through you. First, the simple fact that you are alive at this moment is a miracle. Your heart has beaten thousands of times since you began listening to this message. Your lungs have processed gallons and gallons of air. Your brain has coordinated millions of functions without you needing to consciously think about any of them. This is supernatural, my child. This is my power sustaining your life every second. Secondly, the fact that you have endured until now, that you have gone through everything you have gone through and are still fighting, still searching, still waiting, is a miracle of resilience that can only come from me. Many people in situations similar to yours have given up, lost hope, surrendered to despair, but not you. You are still here. You continue to believe. You continue to fight. That is my strength working through you. Third, every day that you manage to find a reason to smile, every moment that you manage to feel gratitude in the midst of pain, every time you manage to encourage someone even when you are discouraged, is a miracle. It is my joy springing forth through your difficult circumstances. It is my peace transcending your understanding. It is my love flowing through you even when you feel empty. You have been a miracle to your family. They have seen in you a strength they didn't know existed. They have learned about faith through your example. They have discovered what truly matters in life through your journey. You have been an unwitting teacher, imparting precious lessons about courage, perseverance, and hope. You have been a miracle to the healthcare professionals who care for you. They have seen something different in you, an inexplicable peace, a supernatural strength, an attitude that is not common among patients. Some of them have questioned their own beliefs because of what they see in you. You have been a seed of faith planted in hearts that might never have been reached otherwise. You have been a miracle to other patients you have met during this journey. Your presence has brought comfort to troubled hearts. Your words have brought hope to desperate minds. Your example has brought courage to broken spirits. You may not even know it, but there are people who are facing their own battles with more strength because of what they have seen in you. And here is something I want you to understand deeply. You don't need to be completely healed to be used by me. You don't need to be perfect to be an instrument of my love. You don't need to have all the answers to be a source of hope. You already are all of that, exactly as you are right now. In truth, it is your current vulnerability that makes you so powerful as my instrument. It is your fragility that allows my strength to shine through you. It is your humanity that makes you accessible to others who are suffering. If you were perfect, people wouldn't be able to identify with you. But because you are real, because you are human, because you are going through real struggles, you become a bridge between heaven and earth. I want you to begin to see yourself through my eyes. When I look at you, I don't see someone who is broken and waiting to be fixed. I see someone being transformed into something beautiful. I see someone being polished like a precious diamond. I see someone being prepared to shine in a way that will illuminate many lives. Every tear you have shed has been collected by me as if it were a precious pearl. Every moment of pain you have endured has been transformed into wisdom. Every day of struggle you have faced has been converted into strength of character. Nothing has been wasted, my child. Everything is being used for your good and for the glory of my name. And as you continue on this journey, I want you to celebrate the little miracles that happen every day. Celebrate having slept well one night. Celebrate a day with less pain. Celebrate a test result that wasn't as bad as expected. Celebrate a moment of peace in the midst of the storm. Celebrate a smile you managed to give even when feeling sad. These small miracles are signs that the great miracle is on its way. They are evidence that I am working, even when you cannot see the whole picture. They are promises that something greater is being prepared for you, because, you see, my dear, I don't just perform miracles. I make people become miracles, and you are already becoming one. You are already being transformed into something extraordinary. You are already being used in ways you can't even imagine. So stop waiting to be a miracle. Recognize that you already are one. Stop waiting to be used by me. Understand that you are already being used. Stop waiting to make a difference. Accept that you are already making a difference. You are a living miracle, my son, and the best is yet to come. My beloved child, now I want to speak with you about something very important, how to prepare yourself to receive the complete miracle that I am preparing for your life. Because you see, the healing that is coming will not just be a restoration of what you were before. It will be a transformation into something much greater than you have ever been. And in order for you to receive and maintain this blessing, there are some things that need to be aligned in your heart. First, I need you to understand that the miracle of your healing will not be just for you. It will be through you to reach many other people. Therefore, I am preparing not only your body to be healed, but your heart to be a channel of blessing. I am shaping not only your health, but your character. I am restoring not only your physical strength, but your spiritual authority. You need to be prepared for the responsibility that comes with the miracle. When people hear your story, when they see your transformation, they will want to know what happened. They will ask questions. They will look to you for answers to their own struggles, and you need to be ready to point to me as the source of everything. Therefore, during this time of preparation, I want you to deepen your knowledge of who I am. Not just as the God who heals, but as the God who loves, who forgives, who restores, who transforms. I want you to know me intimately, so that when people ask about me, you can speak with authority and personal experience. I also want you to prepare yourself emotionally for the change that is coming. It may seem strange, but sometimes people have difficulty adjusting to healing. They have become so accustomed to the identity of sick person that they don't know how to live as a healed person. They have become so accustomed to the attention and care they received that they miss it when they get well. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be prepared to fully embrace your new reality. I want you to be ready to live fully, to dream again, to make plans for the future. I want you to be prepared to be independent again, but without losing the dependence on me that you learned during this time. There is also a practical preparation that needs to happen. When you are healed, you will have energy again. You will have the disposition to do things you haven't been able to do for a long time. And I want you to use that energy wisely. I want you to invest your time and your strength in the things that truly matter. Start thinking now about how you want to live when you are completely healed. What kind of relationships do you want to cultivate? What kind of activities do you want to prioritize? How do you want to use the talents and gifts I have given you? How do you want to serve my kingdom? How do you want to impact the lives of others? I also want you to be prepared to deal with the disbelief of some people. Unfortunately, not everyone will rejoice in your healing. Some people will question, will doubt, will try to find natural explanations for what is clearly supernatural. Others may even feel envy or resentment. You need to be prepared to respond with grace and love, even when facing skepticism or hostility. Remember that you don't need to convince anyone of what I have done in your life. You only need to live the truth of your testimony. Let your transformed life speak for itself. Let your peace, your joy, your gratitude be evidence of my power. Don't engage in arguments or debates. Simply live as someone who has been touched by God's love. There is also some financial preparation that may be necessary. During the time of your illness, you may have accumulated medical debt or lost income. When you are healed and able to work again, you will need wisdom to reorganize your financial life. I want you to be a good steward of the blessings I will place in your hands. But above all, I want you to prepare yourself spiritually for what is coming, because your healing will only be the beginning of a new phase of your journey with me. I have specific plans for your life that go far beyond restoring your health. I have eternal purposes that I want to fulfill through you. Begin to pray not only for your healing, but for the wisdom to live well after your healing. Pray for the humility to give all glory to me. Pray for the sensitivity to recognize the opportunities I will place in your path to minister to others. Pray for the strength to resist the temptation to forget the lessons you have learned during this difficult time. And here's something very important. When your healing comes, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the people who are still struggling. Don't forget the pain you felt, the hope you needed, the love you received. Use those memories not to live in the past, but to be more compassionate towards those who are going through what you went through. I am preparing you to be a powerful witness to my love and my power. I'm equipping you to be an instrument of hope for the hopeless, of healing for the wounded, of faith for the doubters. But all of this requires preparation, maturity, and wisdom. Therefore, use this remaining time not only to wait for healing, but to prepare for it. Use each day to grow in spiritual maturity. Use each experience to develop compassion. Use each challenge to strengthen your faith. Because when the miracle comes, and it will, you will be ready not only to receive it, but to multiply it in the lives of others. My precious child, I feel the time has come to tell you something that will make your heart leap with joy. The turning point in your situation is closer than you imagine. Changes are happening in the spiritual realm that will soon manifest in the physical realm. Forces are being set in motion. Resources are being released. Doors are being opened that will result in your complete healing. I know you've waited so long that you may have begun to doubt if this day would ever truly come. I know there have been times when you wondered if I truly heard your prayers, if I truly care about your pain, if I truly have the power to change your situation. But I want you to know that every prayer has been heard, every tear has been seen, every moment of pain has been felt by me. And now, after all this time of preparation, of shaping, of growth, the time for manifestation has arrived. The time has come for you to see with your own eyes what I have prepared for you. The time has come for you to experience in your own body the supernatural power that has been operating behind the scenes of your life. But before that happens, I want you to understand that this turning point will not just be a change in your circumstances. It will be a confirmation of everything you have learned during this journey. It will be a validation of all the faith you exercised when it was difficult to believe. It will be a reward for all the perseverance you demonstrated when you wanted to give up. You see, my dear, I could have healed you the first day you fell ill. I could have prevented the illness from reaching you. But if I had done that, you would never have discovered the depth of my love for you. You would never have experienced the intimacy with me that only comes through shared suffering. You would never have developed the compassion for others that is born only from one's own suffering. Now, when your healing manifests, it will come accompanied by a wisdom you didn't have before, a maturity you didn't possess, a spiritual authority you didn't know you had. You will not just be a healed person, you will be a transformed person. You will not just be someone who received a miracle, you will be someone who became a miracle. I want you to start preparing to witness signs that change is coming. Perhaps you will begin to feel an inexplicable peace about your situation. Perhaps you will begin to have dreams or visions that speak of restoration. Perhaps you will begin to receive words of encouragement from unexpected people. Perhaps you will simply begin to feel in your spirit that something is changing. Do not ignore these signs. They are like the first drops of rain, announcing the storm of blessings that is coming. They are like the first flowers blooming, announcing the arrival of spring. They are evidence that what I promised is being fulfilled. And when the first signs of improvement begin to appear in your body, I want you to receive them with gratitude, but without surprise, because you have been waiting for this. You have been believing in it. You have been declaring it. Now it is simply the physical manifestation of what was already real in the spiritual realm. But I also want to warn you about something. When your healing begins to manifest, the enemy will try to make you doubt. He will try to convince you that it is only a temporary improvement, that it will not last, that you shouldn't get too excited. Don't listen to those lies. When I heal completely. When I restore abundantly. When I do something new, it is meant to last. Your healing will not merely be the absence of disease, it will be the presence of divine health. It will not merely be the end of symptoms, it will be the beginning of supernatural vitality. It will not merely be the restoration of what you were, it will be the manifestation of what I always wanted you to be. And here is something beautiful that I want you to know. When your healing fully manifests, you will look back and understand that every day of suffering was worth it. You will see how I used each difficult moment to prepare you for this glorious moment. You will realize that it was not time wasted, but time invested in your transformation. You will understand why I didn't heal you sooner. You will see that you weren't ready before to receive all that I wanted to give you. You needed to go through this refinement process, this journey of growth, this season of intimacy with me. Now you are ready. Now you have the maturity to handle the miracle. Now you have the wisdom to use well the health that I will give you. Now you have the heart prepared to be a blessing to others through your healing story. So lift your head, my son. Straighten your shoulders. Put a smile on your face, because what you've been waiting for is coming. What you've been praying for is being answered. What you've been dreaming of is becoming a reality. The turning point has arrived. The change is here. Your miracle is manifesting, and nothing and no one can stop what I have decreed for your life. Prepare to witness the power of God working in your life in a way that will leave you speechless. Prepare to live a story you will tell for the rest of your life. Prepare to become a living witness to the love and power of your God. My beloved child, we have reached the end of this intimate conversation, but I want you to know that this is not an end. It is a new beginning. Everything I have spoken to you today has not been merely words of comfort, but eternal decrees concerning your life. Every promise I have made, every truth I have revealed, every hope I have planted in your heart is sealed with my infinite love and will be fulfilled in perfect time. Before you leave this sacred moment, I want to engrave on your heart a promise that transcends time and circumstances. I will never abandon you. No matter what happens in the coming days, weeks, or months, I will be with you every step of the way. When you wake up in the morning, I will be there. When you go to sleep at night, I will be watching over you. In moments of pain, I will be your comforter. In moments of joy, I will be the one who rejoices with you. Your healing is sealed in heaven, my dear. It's not a possibility, it's a certainty. It's not a maybe, it's a divine decree. I have already seen you completely restored. I have already seen you living in perfect health. I have already seen you being used powerfully to bless other lives. What I see in the eternal realm is manifesting in the temporal realm, and nothing can stop it. But as you walk toward that complete manifestation, I want you to carry with you some fundamental truths that should never leave your heart. First, you are infinitely loved, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. My love for you does not diminish when you are weak, nor does it increase when you are strong. It is constant, unchanging, eternal. You can rest in this truth at all times in your life. Secondly, you have a unique and irreplaceable purpose on this earth. No one can do what I have called you to do. No one can touch the lives I have called you to touch. No one can be the blessing I have called you to be. Therefore, your life is precious, your existence is meaningful, your future is glorious. Third, I transform all things for the good of those who love me. This includes this experience you are living now. Every tear you have shed is being transformed into wisdom. Every moment of pain is being converted into compassion. Every day of struggle is being molded into strength of character. Nothing will be wasted in your story. Fourth, my strength is perfected in your weakness. You don't need to be perfect to be used by me. You don't need to have all the answers to be a blessing. You don't need to be completely healed to be an instrument of healing. I use broken vessels to pour precious oil. I use wounded people to minister healing. I use stories of pain to spread hope. Fifth, I am in control of all things. When you don't understand what's happening, remember that I understand. When you can't see the way, remember that I see. When you feel lost, remember that I know exactly where you are and where you are going. Trust me even when you can't trust the circumstances. Now, as you prepare to leave this moment and return to your daily journey, I want you to carry with you a special mission. Be a bearer of hope. Wherever you go, carry the light that I have kindled in your heart. To every discouraged person you encounter, be a reminder that I still perform miracles. To every broken heart that crosses your path, be evidence that I still heal. Don't be afraid to share your story, even if it's not yet complete. Sometimes people need to know that someone understands their pain more than they need to see a cure already manifested. Your current journey, with all its struggles and victories, may be exactly what someone needs to hear: to not give up. And when your complete healing manifests, and it will, remember to come back and give thanks. Remember to give all the glory to me. Remember to use your story to encourage others who are still struggling. Remember that you were healed not only for your own benefit, but to be a blessing to many. I am concluding this conversation with a special blessing upon your life. May my peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard your heart and mind. May my joy be your strength every day. May my hope be your anchor in every storm. May my love be your foundation in all circumstances. May you sleep tonight knowing you are safe in my arms. May you wake up tomorrow with renewed hope in your heart. May each passing day bring you closer to the full manifestation of all that I have promised you. You are my beloved son, my precious daughter. You are the joy of my heart, the delight of my eyes. I have good plans for you, plans to give you hope and a future. And these plans will be fulfilled because I am faithful to fulfill all that I promise. Go in peace, my dear. Go with hope. Go with the certainty that the best is yet to come. For I am the God who heals, the God who restores, the God who transforms pain into joy and mourning into dancing. And I love you with an everlasting love. Amen.